welcome back. My name is Sharon, and I am a busy mom that is so glad that you are here today. Today we're going to chat about one of my favorite things, and that is reading and personal growth books for busy moms. I was chatting with my friend the other day, and she told me, if I pick up a personal growth book and the person doesn't have kids, I don't even want to hear what they have to say. And it's so true. As moms, we have so many things that we're juggling in our heads and our priorities, and really like that experience of being a parent is so important. And if you're going to take the time to consume personal growth books, they should be about topics that you can relate to and that are manageable for you as a parent. So I'm going to share with you today 5 of my favorite personal growth books that have really influenced my work. And I'm going to start with the caveat that I am a reader. I've always been a reader since I was young, and I am also a fast reader, which is very fortunate for me, but it also means that I consume a lot of information, and I want, like, literally hundreds of personal growth books I've read, and so I'm excited to share with you sort of the ones that have risen to the top so that you can prioritize your time as a busy mom to read those. So let's dive in. The first book is Girl, Wash Your Face and Girl, Stop Apologizing. They're both by Rachel Hollis. I counted those as the first book because both of them have been influential in different ways for me. This was really, in previous episodes, I've talked about how these books were the catalyst for my own personal growth journey. And I would definitely recommend checking them out if you are new to the personal growth realm. The second book is 15 Laws of Invaluable Growth by John Maxwell. I talked about this book in, I think, episode 2, about how reading this book really helped me to see that personal growth isn't an accident, that you want to be as meaningful about your personal growth as you would for really any plan that you make in your life, a vacation plan or a work plan or a daycare plan, like all of those things you want to have a plan for. And that book really helped me to see that and to understand sort of the different avenues that I could take as I was trying to grow as a person and as a mom and all of those things. So tons of valuable takeaways in that book. The third book, I'm going to censor myself, but it is called Lucky Bee, and it's the word bee is a word I don't want to share on camera in case there's little ears listening. And the book is by Denise Duffield-Thomas. And I was a little unsure about this book. I think, to be honest, the title kind of turned me off. But as I started to read, it did wonders for my mindset. If you're someone who struggles with maybe like a fixed mindset or like a lack mindset, you're constantly worried about like money running out or opportunities not happening or things like that, sort of just a negative, you find yourself defaulting to a negative outlook, this book is for you. That's me. I always default to a negative outlook, and this book helped me so much with my self-talk. I can't say enough about it. So if you're just getting started, Denise is a mom herself of 3 kids. Her advice is concrete, tangible. You read this book and you are fired up. So if you're looking for some inspiration, I highly recommend it. The fourth book is called Atomic Habits, and it's by James Clear. This book is a little less engaging compared to Denise Duffield-Thomas's book, but it has a lot of concrete action steps that you can take and some super interesting studies. James Clear tells you his story at the very beginning of the book, and it's captivating how habits really changed his life. And this really inspired me to focus on my habits and use those to consistently build the life that I now have that I am pretty obsessed with. So I highly recommend that. If you are on Spotify, there is an audiobook of Atomic Habits for free on Spotify. Just be warned, the voice is a little robotic, but if you can overlook that, it's a great way to listen to the book. And then finally, my 5th book that I recommend for busy moms is 168 Hours by VanderKamm. It is sort of a time management book for moms, but I don't like the word time management. I like the idea of more like time maximization and using your time, the time you do have well. I truly believe moms don't need more to do. They don't need to, change their time to add more things in. They need to maximize the time they have. So this book talks a lot about how you spend your time. It's not geared just towards moms, but there's a huge component about moms in there. VanderKamm is a mom herself, so lots of great information in that book. I highly recommend it. On the podcast this week, I'm going to be sharing with you the biggest takeaways from each of these books. What I just provided you with was a little more of an overview, but on the podcast, I'm really going to dive in. So if you feel like maybe reading these 5 books is not on your agenda for 2023, totally fine. Just tune into the podcast to find out my biggest takeaways there. And then episode 35, oh my goodness, year is cruising already. Episode 35, we're going to be talking about how to set boundaries at work. So when I first began to experience burnout as a teacher, which was my former profession, I started to implement a few systems to help alleviate that burnout. And I'm going to be sharing with you what those systems were and how you can implement them yourself if you're starting to feel the burn a little bit at the place that you call work. So thank you so much for being here, Mama. As always, below you will find a link to my mailing list. That is where you will get an email once a week with a 2-minute action step for your personal growth journey. And the busy mom is in mind when I create those. So rest assured that everything will be actionable, concrete, and you'll hit the ground running with that. So feel free to check out the link below for more information. And then if you want to follow along in between episodes, you can find me on Instagram at Sharon Legier Coaching, or on my website, SharonLegierCoaching.com, where you can find information about me and about some of the services that I offer. Thanks for being here, Mama. Have a great day. Bye.